Good morning, students. So I'm coming back with another video to explain the problems on the adjustable output voltage regulator. Okay, voltage follower regulator. Okay, so voltage follower regulators, we have the performance discussed about the performance equations, and we also discussed about the various operating procedure for the voltage follower regulators. Okay, now we'll discuss one problem on this, and then we'll go for the next type of the voltage regulators. Okay, so the voltage problem number one. So the voltage follower regulator has Vs or Vcc is equal to 12 volts and V0 is equal to 6.3 volts. V0 is equal to 6.3 volts. Okay, and R1 is equal to 270 ohm. L max is equal to 42 milliamps. If the supply source resistance is 25 ohms, determine the line regulation, load regulation, and ripple rejection of the circuit. Okay, this is the problem. So in case of the voltage follower regulators, the Zener diode is used. So Zener diode, these are the some of the constants of the Zener diode. So Zener diode IN753, if it is used, so ZZ is equal to 7 ohm. It's a constant factor. Okay, so Vn is so supply voltage is 12 volts they are given. So delta Vn, that is change in Vn is, that is 10% of the supply, that is 10% of 12, it is 1.2 volts. Okay, so from the equation number 3, refer to the above equation which we already explained in the previous class. So equation 3, what it says, delta V0 is equal to delta Vn into ZZ divided by R1. Delta Vn is, it is 1.2 into 7 divided by R1, so 31 millivolts. Okay, so line regulation, percentage line regulation is once again delta V0. So here it is, this equation. So delta V0 for change in 10% of Vn into 100 divided by V0. Delta V0 for change in 10% of Vn is 31 millivolts into 100 divided by V0 given 6.3. Okay, just substitute all the values and you calculate the line regulation. Okay, load regulation is once again delta V0 for change in the line current, that is change in IL divided into 100 divided by V0. So we have to find out delta V0 for change in IL now. So how to find out the delta V0 for change in IL is, so delta V0 for change in IL can be calculated using this formula. Okay, so calculate delta V0, substitute IL max is given, RS is given, ZZ is known, R1 is also known. Okay, source resistance R1. Okay, so sorry, R1 is also given. Okay, substitute all the values, calculate the your delta V0 for change in IL. Okay, then percentage of load regulation equation, it is percentage load regulation equation is this one, that is delta V0 for change in IL into 100 divided by V0. So delta V0 for change in IL is 27 millivolts, 27 into 10 raised to 3 divided by V0 is 6.3. So load regulation is 0.4 percentage. Okay, this is load regulation. Line regulation is calculated, load regulation is calculated, and they are asked you to calculate the ripple rejection. To calculate the ripple rejection factor is, equation is 20 log of VR in divided by VR out. Okay, so we have to find out VR out and VR in. Okay, first we will find out VR out. So VR out is equal to VR in into ZZ divided by R1. So VR in you keep it as it is, ZZ is impedance 7, so R1 is 270, so it is 25.9 into 10 raised to minus 3 into VR in. Okay, now substitute this in the ripple rejection equation. Ripple rejection is 20 log this one, 20 log VR in divided by VR out is 25.9 into 10 raised to minus 3 VR in. So VR in and VR in gets cancelled. 20 log of 1 divided by 25.9 into 10 raised to minus 3, it is 31 dB. 31 dB is the ripple rejection factor of the circuit. Okay, so this is about the problem on the voltage follower regulators. So similar problems, we have to just remember the equations or the performance equations to solve these kinds of the problems, right? So next type of the regulator is adjustable output voltage regulator. So adjustable output voltage regulator is almost similar to that of your voltage follower regulator. So here the output voltage is adjusted. Okay, so here at the output point we have a resistance, two resistance in between this R2 and R3. If you connect the potentiometer R4, So by varying the potentiometer, you can adjust the output voltage. Okay, so that is the difference between the voltage follower regulator and this adjustable output voltage regulators. In addition to that, the working principle will remain same. So here adjustable output voltage regulator is also draws the power supply op-amp which is used here. Here the op-amp used here, which draws the power supply from the input terminal. It's also voltage follower type of the regulator, but so the output voltage can be adjusted here because we are using this leg, we are using at this particular point. Okay, so between R2 and R3 we have a potentiometer R4, so that will varies the output voltage. That is why as we can adjust the output voltage using this particular type of the regulators, so it is called as a adjustable output voltage regulator. Okay, so it's a here it is explained here that it's a simple voltage follower regulators which is modified to produce the output voltage greater than that of the Zener voltage. Okay, modified voltage can be produced here. So here the R3 is always equal to the voltage across the this. VR3 is nothing but, so voltage across this will be equal to the output voltage. Okay, or output voltage across the Zener diode. Okay, then the output of the circuit can be adjusted using the R4, that is a potentiometer which is connected between R2 and R3. Okay, this is the basic operating principle of this. Other operating principle is similar to that of the voltage follower regulators. Okay, here also you have some of the performance parameters and they are almost likely resembles the performance parameters of the voltage follower regulators. So small thing difference is here we used the resistance at the output side, that is why we have to add those resistance into the different equations. Okay, so the first equation, just compare these equations with your voltage follower equations, almost resemble same. What is the difference is the resistances value. Okay, so here change in the output voltage for a change in the input, delta V naught is equation number 3 in the voltage follower you just referred there. So delta V in into ZZ or delta Vs into ZZ, okay, into Rs there, it is here R2 plus R3 divided by R1 there, here R1 into R3. This is the first equation. Okay, so once again the change in the output voltage for change in the line current is, once again it is delta V naught is equal to, this is change in the output voltage for change in the input voltage. Okay, so here it is change in the output voltage for change in the line current. So delta V naught is equal to IL max into Rs into ZZ divided by R1 in the previous voltage follower circuit. So the extra here it is R2 R3 divided by R3. This is the extra. You just compare these performance equations with the previous voltage follower equations, you will understand. Okay, so line regulation formula remains same, that is delta V naught for change in 10% of V in into 100 divided by V naught. So the load regulation is also delta V naught for change in the line current into 100 divided by V naught. That those two remain same. So R out is, once again R out is V in R in into ZZ, R in into ZZ into bracket of R2 plus R3 divided by R1 R3. Okay, ripple rejection factor, it is once again 20 log of VR in divided by VR out. These are the performance equations of the adjustable output voltage regulator. So you just make two columns and write the performance equations for the voltage follower regulator and adjustable output voltage regulator, so that you can compare those two and you can easily remember the performance equations. Okay, this is about the performance equation of adjustable output voltage regulator. Right, now we have some of the problems also. First problem on the adjustable output regulator. So problem is given here, just refer to the problem. So refer to the problem. The regulator circuit shown in the figure, the circuit is already given here below. So V0 is equal to 12 volts, Vs is equal to 16, IL max is equal to 50 milliamps, and determine the line regulation bar load regulation and ripple rejection. Assume that the source resistance is 10 ohm. Okay, source resistance you take it as 10 ohm, and other R1 R2 everything is given here, R1 R2 R3 everything which is required for calculation of different things is given here. So first they are asked you to calculate the line regulation. This is the equation to calculate the line regulations. So first you have to find out the delta V naught for 10% change in V in. So this equation, delta, how to calculate the delta V naught for 10% change in V in is, this is delta V naught for 10% change in Vn. So this is the equation. Delta Vs is, so supply voltage is 16, 10% of 16 is 1.6, 1.6 into ZZ. Okay, 1.6 into ZZ, R2 given, R3 given, everything substitute, you calculate, you will get the delta V naught for 10% of Vs is 48 millivolts. Okay, now line regulation. Okay, this is you calculated the delta V naught, okay, for change in V in. So line regulation is delta V naught for 10%. This is the equation. So line regulation equation is this one. Delta V naught for change in 10% of V in is 48. 48 into 10 raised to minus 3 into 100 divided by R1 into V naught. V naught is how much? They have given 12 volts. Just substitute, you will get the line regulation is 0.4%. Okay, line regulation is 0.4%. Similarly, load regulation equation is delta V naught for change in IL, change in the line current, into 100 divided by V naught. So you calculate first delta V naught for change in the line current. So to calculate delta V naught for change in line current, we have a formula. Delta V naught for change in line current is IL max into RS into ZZ into bracket of R2 plus R3 divided by R1 R3. This is the equation to calculate the delta V naught for change in the line current. Okay, so substitute all the values and calculate the change in line current. Delta V naught for change in line current, that is 15 millivolts you will get. Then substitute this delta V naught here in this equation, you will get the load regulation. Okay, substitute. So delta V naught for change in is 15 milliamp, 15 millivolts. It is 15 into 10 raised to minus 3 into 100 divided by V naught is 12. So load regulation is 0.125%. Okay, this is the load regulation. So you have to calculate the ripple rejection. So to calculate the ripple rejection equation is, so 20 log of VR in divided by VR out. So calculate VR out. VR out is VR in into ZZ. This is the equation, performance equation. R2 R3 divided by R1 R3. Just substitute all the values and calculate the V naught. So VR out is 28.9 into 10 raised to minus 3 in terms of VR in. Okay. Now ripple rejection is 20 log VR in divided by VR out. So VR in, keep it as it is. VR out is 28.9 into 10 raised to minus 3 into VR in. Okay, just VR in gets cancelled. That is 20 log of 1 divided by 28.9 into 10 raised to minus 3. You will be getting 31 dB is the ripple rejection factor of the adjustable output voltage regulator. Okay, this is about the adjustable output voltage regulator. Okay, so voltage follower regulator and adjustable output regulator, almost working principle is same, and the performance equations also similar, but some of the additions, why? Because we have added the resistances at the output side. That is why you just make a column of the two column, that is one voltage follower regulator column and the adjustable output voltage regulators. Just list out the formulas in the voltage follower and list out the formulas in the adjustable output voltage regulator, so that you can easily remember the equations. Okay, so other part we will take up in next class. Okay, thank you.